Hello again. This is going to be a short lecture where we introduce a new type of combinations. Sometimes, a combination can be a mixture of different smaller individual events. Imagine the following scenario. The diner near work just introduced a lunch menu, which consists of a sandwich, a drink, and a side. Assuming you go there every day, how long will it take for you to be able to try out every possible item on the menu? To solve this, you need to know what is included in their lunch deal. Each menu consists of a sandwich, a side, and a drink. They offer 3 types of sandwiches: a panini, a Philly cheesesteak, and a veggie wrap. The sides they have available are only fries and onion rings, and the drinks they offer are cola or water. The way to tackle such problems is by thinking about the different parts of the menu as separate positions. If we start by choosing a sandwich first, we have 3 options. For each of them, we can pick one of 2 sides, fries or rings. To complete our menu, we would also have to add a drink, which can either be water or Coke. Therefore, for any combination of sandwich and side, we have 2 ways of completing the menu. Thus, we would have a total of 3 dishes, times 2 sides, times 2 drinks, or 12 different lunch menus at the diner. That wasn't that hard, was it? Good. In online marketing, you often need to try out several versions of an online ad before you decide which one is the best. Imagine you're using Facebook's promotional advertisements. Your ad consists of 4 parts: a heading, a thumbnail, a post description, and a clickable button. Now, you have 3 different headings, 5 thumbnails, 3 post descriptions, and 2 buttons. How many different ads would you have to generate to make sure you've tried all possibilities? Using the method we showed earlier, that would require you to test out 3 times 5 times 3 times 2 equals 90 different ads. This is important because it shows us how many different possibilities there are, despite the choices for each part seeming limited. Furthermore, this allows project managers to determine the appropriate amount of time it would take for such a task to be completed. When the components are simply too many, they can flat out remove several of the options to tremendously decrease the workload. Good job, everyone. The way of calculating the total number of combinations for these kinds of questions is by simply multiplying the number of options available for each individual event. See you in the next video.